Hey guys, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I already have my brows done, so we will only be focusing on our eyeshadow for today. So let's jump in. I'll be going in with the Luscious Angel Eyes eyeshadow base to go ahead and prime my eyelids and buffing it out with a Real Techniques Deluxe crease brush. So here I'm just buffing it all out, making sure it's nice and blended, and then I'm going to go ahead and set that with the Too Faced Just Peachy Matte in the shades Peach Meringue and Peach Butter. Here I'm just setting it, and then I'm going to go in with the Morphe brush 441. It's just a big fluffy brush, and going in with the BeBella Pro Obsessions palette in that orangey shade. It's a little more yellow, and just buffing that in that crease and just blending it out until I like the color. And then I'm going in with the M433, which is a smaller, denser blending brush, and going right underneath that yellow shade to that orangey shade. It's more of a burnt orange, and putting that right on the crease and keeping it on the crease. So the yellow color, I kind of blended that upward as our transition shade. This one, I'm keeping it strictly on the crease and not blending it up much. Just whenever I feel like there's not a lot of product left on the brush, I will blend it up a little bit, but other than that, I'm just keeping it right on the crease. And then I'm going to go in with the Morphe S12 with the, it's a little more of a burnt orange shade, and then I'm going right underneath that, underneath the crease, and keeping it there. And then I'm going to go in with that darker shade, and notice how here I slowed down the clip just so you could see exactly what it is that I'm doing. I'm really only focusing that color on the outer corner and on the inner corner of the eye, and just placing the color there. I'm not really connecting it too much on the top. I'm just focusing the colors right there on the inner and outer, and then when I have a little to no product left on the brush, I will go ahead and connect it to make sure it's nice, blended, and seamless. And I am dragging the outer corners a little bit just because I do like that V line, sort of say. If you don't like to do that and you'd rather have it rounded, feel free to do whatever is comfortable for you. So going back with the Morphe 441, which is that big fluffy brush with no additional product, I'm just going back in and blending everything out, making sure everything is nice and buffed out. And then going in with the BeBella NG340, which is like a pencil dense blending brush, and going back in with that darker shade and deepening up our inner and outer corner, and keeping it a little more precise so I know exactly where I want the product to be. And then here is just back that Morphe blending brush and buffing that out a little bit. And then going in with the Colourpop flat concealer brush. It doesn't have a number, and that same primer base that we used, just putting some in the back of my hand and dabbing it onto the brush to go ahead and carve our crease a little bit. So I like to believe I have hooded eyelids. So what I like to do is I put some at the bottom and then I look up. And what this basically does, it gives me a guideline as to how far high I need to go with my concealer. And that way I don't go too high, or I don't go too... Sorry about that. So yeah, just look up, and that way it gives you a line of how high you need to go up. So once again, just doing that to the other side. As you can see, it leaves a clear mark of how high you should go. And that's just a little tip. I hope that you guys can use that and it helps you guys out whenever you're carving a crease. So I'm just going back in with my brush and just buffing out the edges with no additional product, and then going in with this face mist I got at Marshall's and just spraying it twice. And I'm going to go in with the Dominique's Cosmetic in the shade Macchiato and go ahead and place that in the center of the lid. And really, I'm just going to pat that on there. I'm not dragging it across the lid just yet. I want to put the color on first, and then I will go ahead and drag it a little bit just to get a little more of that foiled look. And as you can see, when I drag it out, that difference that it makes. So right there, I'm just saying let it dry. And the reason I say that is because I don't want to blend out the color just yet. I want to make sure that it sets in a little bit before I start to blend it out. Because as you can see, I'm barely just tapping the color on the on where the two colors meet, and it's blending out so seamlessly. So if you don't want to have to worry about your shimmer shade going everywhere or ruining the entire look, let it set for like 30 seconds before you start blending it out. And as you can see, it basically blends out for you. You don't have to do a lot of work, and I'm really just dabbing the color on there. And then I'm just going in with like a lighter orange shade. And then once again, just going in with that darker brown look or eyeshadow just to go ahead and deepen up the outer and inner corners. It's a lot of just going back and forth with the shades that we have, but like I said, I'm just going back and forth with all of them. And then I'm going in with the Appeal Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Gold, and I'm not too careful about this. I'm kind of just putting a couple lines here and there just so when the light reflects, it looks really nice and shimmery. And lastly, I did my eyeliner off camera, and then now I'm going in with the Vamp eyelashes and the Dual Lash Glue and just applying my lashes. You can totally skip this step, or you can add more dramatic lashes. That's completely up to you, whatever feels most comfortable. So here I had trouble putting on my lashes, so I used some tweezers. If you're going to use some tweezers, please be careful. If you don't know how to do them, use them with the tweezers, please use the appropriate lash tweezers that you can buy at the store to be safe. And then just going in with the black eyeliner that I used from Pretty Vulgar in the shade Black. It's just a gel liner to go ahead and push the lash line in and make sure it's nice and stuck there and cover up any spots I may have missed. Lastly, just coating my lashes with some mascara, and then I'm going to go back and do the rest of my face. So now that I have done the rest of my face, I'm just going back and finishing under the eye and mixing those two colors. As you can see, I already did them. I'm just doing it again to show you on camera, and finishing off with a white eyeliner. To be honest, this one's not that good. It's just the only white eyeliner I had, so if you guys have a better one, comment down below and let me know which ones you guys like. And I forgot to record me putting on mascara, but that basically completes the whole look. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe.